Adam and Peter explore the crazy new world.
Today we're gonna show you a few tips on how to embrace AI tools in the sales world. Sales people are like our biggest supporters. They request training sessions on AI tools because they don't often know how to use AI in their world. How do you see it, Peter?
That's perfectly right. So we got into the sales world because of design thinking in sales, supporting the sales folks on how to be more innovative and to be more customer centric and stuff. That's how they kind of got in touch with us. And the thing is, now the first glance it may look how could these tools really help in sales? Like I'm selling, I'm a human being talking to another human being. How can I use ChatGPT or other AI tools in my sales scenario? Maybe writing a pitch or so, but that's not all. And there is so much you can do, really, even in conversational situations. Not of course in a real life like you and I talk to each other. But you have a nice example, I think, about customer interviews, which is a very powerful one that we normally do, and maybe that's worth sharing.
That's basically my main job. So I constantly run customer interviews for all the teams all over the world. Well, and usually it takes hours to really figure out the main takeaways out of these interviews. And what we have done last week with the customer interviews that I conducted, we just took the transcript out of the interview and we gave it to ChatGPT to give us all the insights, the information about who the person is we were talking to, and plus a list of pro and contra. So all these things were created in the matter of 7 seconds or so, which is incredible. We saved a ton of time.
Absolutely. It's powerful, amazing, like nothing. I recall when we had larger customer engagements where we had to conduct 25, 30 interviews on the forefront. So before we got into the large meeting with all the people involved. And what we've done is, in these days when we didn't have the AI tools, we kind of watched all the videos, took little clips out of this, gave some summarization on our end, which was just time consuming. Of course, you could have the transcripts, but there was nothing like summarize. And now to speed it up like this is amazing because you kind of nobody needs to watch all these endless videos. And you can also get much more like the persona described out of it, which you normally would do if you watch the whole video. You can if you want. If you want to see the face of the people that we recorded very often, but this is extremely efficient.
Maybe, Peter, you can describe how to get the transcript out of an interview because people usually don't know.
Yeah, there's many ways to do this. If you do this with MS Teams or so, or we have other tools where a transcript is automatically generated, then you can download a transcript and just copy and paste it into such a tool, be it ChatGPT or any other chatbot. That's one thing to do it. If you don't have such a tool, what you always can do is you can upload it as a video on YouTube. Even if it's only voiceover, you don't have a face, there is a video functionality to upload it on YouTube. And then there are plugins which can then summarize the video. So there is, I think it's Clarity is one. It writes on GL-arity, like clarity with a G in the beginning, I would say. That's easiest to find it. And maybe we have it in the show notes. And that's a plugin that, again, uses ChatGPT in the back, but it creates summaries and also transcript, and that's absolutely perfect. You can even think about this if you have multilingual sales teams, if you have global sales teams, where you have people from departments who are not that fluent in English, you can also then use the transcript and translate it on the fly and have the summary translated on the fly. So there's so much efficiency in these tools that people usually don't see, and I'm wondering always why, as it's so obvious.
Yeah. So well, and you could even go farther with this. So if you get the transcript from like 10, 20 interviews, you could put all the transcripts into ChatGPT and ask for common things, which is incredible. Usually it takes a research team to figure out what are the commonalities in some customer interviews. Now you can ask one question, provide like 10 transcripts and tell the tool what are the most commonly provided pains that the customers told us. It's incredible. You can create a list of pain points that all the people gave us. You can ask what are the most commonly used quotes, whatever. So you can ask ChatGPT to give you some insights about the research that you have done before.
Even further, which is then if you have the list of the pain points, like if you had created this on your own and you would use the tool for, okay, if a person has these pain points or a company, what could be a remedy? What ideas can you help generate, dear Chatty? And then it generates all the ideas. That's what you can also do in the next step. Like, okay, now it knows
Yeah.
all the context, and then you can even ask for ideas for solution.
And you could go farther. Yeah, well, I know how crazy it is. You could go to create a sales pitch and make
Yeah.
it even stronger. Let's talk about this example in one of the next sessions, because it's more complex than we assume it to be. But this is a crazy world where you can use all these AI tools in the discovery phase, or in the sales area, and in the selling phase after that as well. So whenever you position your products. So well, this is the sales hack, AI hack of the week, which we will provide more often. Like every single week, we will focus on one department in companies. Today it was a sales hack. And the second part of our podcast will be, well, what's going on? So what are some of the news that are there in the AI world? So you learn what's happening in the AI world, because we want to be your personal chief AI officers. Peter, do you have anything to share with us?
Personal chief AI officer. You can get rid of your CEO. Did you know that? That's now AI used in the context of leadership. And there was, I came across this one. You may have read this as well. There was a Hong Kong-based computer firma, a computer company, who appointed an AI bot as the new CEO. Yes, of course,
Wow.
it was kind of a marketing thing. He was not really the CEO, but it was working then as a perfect assistant to the CEO. And they said something like, I have to just look it up. They had said something like they increased, what was it? They increased this thing made ChatGPT became CEO of the company, recouped its investment in a week, and could make a profit of 400,000 euros by the end of the year. So, well, like now in your job as a CEO may be under risk. That's just kidding. But that's something. What I found also very, very interesting is that many often leaders in companies, they have coaches, they have people they ask and they talk to. And I'm not saying that you can get completely rid of those, but you have kind of a daily assistant coach with these tools as well, whenever you like it. They can help with decision making, then can help reflect your ideas and see what is working or not, and can help you with kind of creating compelling speeches to the company or whatever. So many options. If you're not too arrogant as a CEO to say, I'm a big boss and I don't talk to AI, blah, blah. If you're not arrogant and use the opportunity, you can win a lot, I would say.
Yeah, cool. Well, and since we're reaching the 10-minute mark, just two small ChatGPT features that were added in the last few weeks. So now you can hide the sidebar. If you click on the small button on the left-hand side, you can hide the search bar on the left. You will ask, why should I? For example, last week I ran a training session for one team. And at the end of the training session, people told me, hey, why are you looking for like a new job or whatever? No one knew that I'm leaving this company. So my current company. So they were able to see the history, and they were able to see that I am leaving the company. Now you can hide the search history when you share your screen, and no one's gonna to see it, which is a super
a cool
small
hack.
feature, but very valuable maybe.
Absolutely.
And the second feature is, if you click on the left hand side on one of the conversations, you can now share the conversation with people. Peter, I don't remember how often we shared like entire chat with each other. Now you can share the link to the conversation, and the other person will see everything up to the point when you shared it. So it's fantastic because so often we worked on one common thing, and we had to share all these things between all of us. And now you can just share the link, and I will see what you shared with me.
Yeah, this is history. What I find, maybe we're reaching the 10-minute limit. But anyway, this is what I wanted to say still. It's like this can open the door to multilingual or multi-people conversation, not
Yeah,
multilingual. You have then three people talking to the same chat bot in the same context at the same time, which will be a huge step forward. And from this one-to-one, usually the ChatGPT is just a one-on-one, but this would then be one-to-many, and this can open doors like, nobody really thinks about what this means.
Yeah, and that's our goal, not only to tell you the new features, but also how to use them, in which context to use them. So this was the sales hack plus 2 small ChatGPT features, plus how ChatGPT can take your CEO's job session, 11 minutes. Talk to you next time.
See you.
Stay tuned. There is more crazy stuff coming soon.